Thank you for attending. Welcome to part 2 of the CWL Mentoring Mentor Orientation. It's the Champs and Chronos Technical Training. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go through how to log into your profile. You will open your browser and you will type in champs.uagc.edu. At the top right-hand corner where it says login, that's what you'll click on. Please make sure you know your email address. If you do not know your email address that you use to sign up, just send us a message and we'll be happy to help you get that email address. If you do not remember your password, we can't help you with that. You'll just have to click at the bottom where it says forgot password right here and reset your password. But if you remember everything, put it all in, and then the red tab that says login, click on the login tab. This will take you to your profile. Once you log in, you will just see these big boxes across the screen right here. After you've received your mentee, you will have your mentoring section right here. We will cover everything in this section in just a little bit. But first, what I need everyone to do is to edit your profile. This is what you need to do to get on the list to receive a mentee. Update a profile picture of yourself. Please make sure it's a profile picture, professional of you, not your children, not your pets, and not a cartoon picture. Next thing, you can come over here to notifications. You can set how you want your notifications set. If you want them weekly, or if you don't want to be notified at all, you can select do not notify. After you've figured your notifications, you're going to scroll down where it says My Contact Information. The drop-down arrow, you're going to open that up. You need to make sure that the time zone that's listed is the correct time zone you live in. If you're not absolutely sure that is your time zone, go ahead and you can Google it. You can put in what time zone is, put your city and your state, and Google will actually tell you what time zone you currently live in. If you make a change, and to make a change, you hit the drop-down arrow and you can find the different time zones here. If you make that change, hit that Save the red tab to save your work. Next step you're going to do is come down here where it says Task Required Prior to Being Matched. Click on the drop-down. This is where you're going to put all the great information to be able to be on the list to receive a mentee. This is where you'll find your program coordinator right here. I always recommend putting your program coordinator's email address in your journal. I'll show you where your journal's at in just a little bit. Next thing we want you to do is list the day and time for us to contact you. After you've completed this recorded orientation, you will receive a phone call from your program coordinator. This way we can make sure everything is completed, no questions, and make sure you're on the list to receive a mentee. Do not complete step 1. That is for your program coordinator. You will just drop down to step 2. We would like to know how you completed the orientation. Since you are here listening to the recorded orientation, you're going to click the drop down. Do not click any of these up here. You're going to look where it says Watched CWL Recorded Orientation Video. That is the one you need to select. After you've selected step 3, you will have step 3 to complete. Since you're at the CWL orientation, the one that you will be checking off is the very last one, and it says Center for Women's Leadership. Just put your mouse over it and click on it. The other ones are for the champ side, which is a completely different orientation. Then you'll continue to scroll down. Do not worry about step 4. Step 4 will be completed by your program coordinator. Then you're going to hit that save button. The next thing is the About Me section. You're going to hit the drop down. And if you want to update your About Me section, by all means, you can do that. If you've done accomplishments, anything you would like to share with others, go ahead and put that in About Me section. That way everyone can see your accomplishments or what you've accomplished, improved, or anything else. And then if you make any changes, remember to hit that Save tab right there. That is everything in your profile that you need to complete. There's a few things over here under the Help Resources. As mentors, you'll need to do. So you're going to scroll down. There's 2 additional trainings that you must do. It's the Mentor Training eModule Diversity, the Mentor Training eModule Active Listening. In those, it's just a brief video, 10 minutes maybe. Complete those. There's no place on your profile to mark that you've completed those. Those 2 videos are basically just to help you become a better mentor. The next thing I'll be covering is the Champs Quick Start Guide. If you click on it, this is a great informational for your profile, just to get to know your profile a little bit better. Click in the center and you can scroll down. Everything's going to have numbers. So if you want to know what this section is, which is basically where the 5 is. So let's scroll down until we find the 5. Right here, it says My Mentoring Connections. Okay, that's my mentoring connection area. What happens if we want to know what this section up here in this corner is? That shows a number 2. We will come up and it says Search Program, Messages to Administrators Only, Requests for Upcoming Meetings. The 3 arrows will show you that's what that section is. So if you continue to scroll down, you can view all the different areas that we have. And if you scroll down to our main menu, you can do the same in the main menu. You can look at your Champs Roadmap, Navigation Dashboard, Profile Setup, Mentoring Connections, Milestones, Messages, Meetings, Article sections. We do have an article section. If you find an article that you find helpful for others and yourself, go ahead and upload it in our article section. Events, help resources, we do have a mobile app. If you click on the mobile app, it takes you directly to that page. If you have an Android or an iPhone, you can go to your App Store or Google Play. Type in the word Chronos, that's C-H-R-O-N-U-S. Android users, please make sure you find the icon with the green star and the dots around it. This is the correct app that you will need. Once you find the app, you're going to download it. It's going to ask for the program URL, which is the champs.uagc.edu. Then you'll click on the Get Started button and put your login and your password in. So anything that you do on your computer or your laptop, you will be able to do directly from your phone. After you're done viewing a section, you can click on Main Menu and it takes you back to the menu and you can view another section, how to maneuver through. A few other things on this side I would like to cover is we have our CWL mentoring guide. The CWL wanted to make sure that we had a mentoring guide for you. There's a lot of great information in here. I suggest looking it over, get familiarized with it. It's a great guide for mentors. The next thing I'm going to be covering is the Champ side. Has some monthly chats. If you would like to attend, you're more than welcome to. The manager, Evan Gray, will be sending out weekly digests. That's optional if you want to attend any of our chats. Over here, we have them listed also. We have our Champs chat, which is monthly, once a month at the last Tuesday of the month. Then we have our Champs open mic night. That is held on the second Tuesday of every month. We have our successful study tips for students chat. That is held the last Wednesday of every month. We have our Holistic Wednesday, which is held every Wednesday on Facebook and in Zoom. And then we have our Champs Q&A chat, which is held the first and the third Tuesday of every month. So like I said, if you want to check out any of our chats, you're more than welcome to. Don't forget about those 2 trainings that I just covered with you also that you'll need to complete. Now that we've covered everything over here in the help resource section, now I'm going to click on home to take me back to my profile. Okay, I'm back to the profile. So pairings are done every Tuesday. And as long as your profile is 100% complete and you're on the list to receive a mentee. It's Tuesday, let's say, and you receive that email saying that you've been paired with a mentee. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to log out of your email and you're going to log into your profile here. And next thing you're going to do is you're going to go into the actual mentoring connection section. And how do you do that? Is up here. It will have your last name and the mentee's last name. You can click on those. It will take you into the actual plan. So you'll be able to see everything that you're going to be covering with your mentee, which Connie covered everything in each of the modules that you'll be doing in the first portion of this recording orientation. So the first thing you'll do is you'll click on the message and you're going to send your mentee a nice warm introduction. You're going to introduce yourself. You're going to let them know if you're excited about getting started or even if you're nervous about getting started. You're going to let them know what your available days and times that you can meet. And when you refer to times, make sure you refer to the time zone. We try and keep everybody in the same time zone. Sometimes it's a little difficult. We may pair someone from Eastern with Central, Central with Mountain, Mountain with Pacific, Pacific with Hawaii. So when you refer to times, refer to your time zone. And most important thing, your contact information, your phone number, and ask them for theirs. Now, if you send the first message and you haven't heard from your mentee 24 hours after you've sent that message, contact the program coordinator and let them know that you have not heard from your mentee. If your mentee hasn't heard from you and they send the first message, they will also contact the program coordinator and let them know they have not heard from you as well. So communication, make sure you communicate back and forth with each other and with your program coordinator. After you send that first message, then you're going to come over here and you're going to look at the different action items that you have in the first module. CWL was kind enough to put all this wonderful information in here about each of the modules. So this will be on the first module. They also put this wonderful information on what you'll be covering during each module if you forget what the modules are about. To review the action items, you're just going to click on any of these and you'll get a screen up on the side. You can click right here where it says show more. And you will have different videos, different tutorials, whatever it may be. You can view that information. Anything in the blue. Plus, it also gives you a great question answer type of thing that you can do with your mentee. When you're done with this section off to the right side, you can click the X and it'll take you back to the full screen again. So let's say the two of you have been communicating back and forth in the messages, and you're going to be meeting tomorrow night to cover the first set of action items. Make sure you're ready so this way you can answer questions for the mentees or anything else that you might need. Cover each action item with the mentee, make sure they understand it. Remember, you can do the reflection and the feedback. Encourage the mentee to do the reflection and feedback as well. The mentors will have a mentor check-in after each module. The mentees will only have these check-ins after the third one, and everyone will have one at the very end. If you are at the third module, remind your mentee to complete their check-in survey as well. The surveys we receive from everybody here in the participants, the better we can make improvements in the program. So we want to hear from you. Please make sure you give us your feedback. I covered the messages. I am going to cover the meetings tab. You can click on that, put the upcoming meeting. This is a great thing to use. It's a great tool. So this way the program coordinator knows the two of you are meeting and when you're going to meet, and it also helps the mentee stay on task of the meetings as well. Click on add a new meeting. You can put what topic you're going to be covering. You can select the date that you're going to and the time. And you could put it on your time zone. It will go over to your mentee in their time zone, so you don't need to worry about figuring out the math on the different times. If you're going to meet over the phone, click on phone and then put your phone number there. If you're going to meet in Zoom, click on other and put the Zoom link there and then hit create. Tell your mentee to go in and accept that they approve the meeting as well. This way, the program coordinator knows the two of you are working in the program together and utilizing the tools provided. So now that the two of you have scheduled the next meeting for the next meeting, I would like everyone to cover the mentees' goals that they would like to get out of the program in the CWL program. So cover those goals with your mentee the first meeting as well. You can put goals in here and try and reach those goals as you work through the program together. Now that the two of you are done, remember to remind the mentee if they have anything that they need to fill out before they get out of their profile. And then hang up and you can meet the following week if that's when you plan on working together to cover the next set of modules. Here is that journal tab that I told you about. You can add a new note, put any notes in here you want. Let's say it's notes that you want to cover with your mentee for the next module, the program coordinator's information. You can even put your mentee's information so you know how to contact them. You can put it right in your journal so you know how to reach them. So that's pretty much it in this section. Make sure you update your profile. When you update your profile, contact the program coordinator and let them know that your profile is complete so they can finish the rest of the process to get you on that list. Now I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to pull up those slides that I started with so we can finish up with this orientation portion. Oh, right. So updating your information. Like I mentioned, you can update your About Me section anytime you want. Go ahead and put all your accomplishments that you've done throughout your time. Here is the settings. You can update your settings. You can even go in and put down how many you would like to mentor at one time. We start everyone off at one. We never push anybody to more than one unless they would like to mentor more than one person at a time. Here is our profile pictures. The ones with the checks is what we're looking for. The ones with the X's, Please do not do those type of profile pictures. Try and make them as professional as possible. All right. So when you're paired with your mentee, pairings are arranged every Tuesday, as I mentioned, and your profile must be 100% complete. Be sure to consider for a pairing process. If you want to be paired with a mentee, to have that profile 100% complete. If you're not sure if it's 100%, reach out to that program coordinator and they will be happy to go through your profile and let you know what you're missing. You're going to receive an email notification when you've been paired with your mentee. You'll also receive an email notification from your program coordinator to introduce themselves so you know who they are. Once you've been paired, you must reach out to your mentee within 24 hours to get that ball rolling. We recommend communicating with your mentee in the CHAMPS platform to get things started. If you do not hear from your mentee within 24 hours after that first message, make sure you contact your program coordinator. All right, so building that relationship. After you've had time to review your connection area, it's time to get started by connecting with your mentee. We recommend establishing a connection by sending a message through the CHAMPS using the messaging feature. During your initial message, please include a warm introduction and expression of your excitement to be working together. Offer a few days and times that you're available for that first meeting. When you give them a time, make sure you specify the time zone you're referring to, as I mentioned earlier. Ask for the best phone number to reach your mentee, and again, make sure you include yours. Remain flexible if those times do not match up. Ask for a specific time that might work better for your mentee. Maintaining that relationship. It is important to remember that it's the mentor's responsibility to set the tone of the relationship. Arrange meetings, keep a positive relationship moving forward. When communicating with your mentee to arrange meeting times, be very clear and use the tools provided to you in CHAMPS. As a best practice, be clear on the date and time to ensure it works for your mentee. Advise them to review the information in the modules beforehand. Send a confirmation message the day before. Complete the meeting invite to let them know how you will be communicating with them. Be flexible. Remember, people get sick and life happens, whether it's good or bad. Be flexible and work with your mentee to accommodate within reason. If you ever have trouble connecting with your mentee, please connect with your program coordinator for that guidance. All right, so checking off the activities. It's the mentee's responsibility to check off those activities once the two of you have completed them. It's the mentor and the mentee to complete the reflection and the feedback and the check-in with each module. Remind the mentee that they may need to check off those action items after you've completed in each portion. Next steps. Let's take a quick run through your next steps to become an active mentor through the CWL. Profiles 100% complete and published before you're paired. Please attend those 2 additional trainings in CHAMP system. That was the mentor training in module diversity and the mentor training active listening, as I showed you under the help resource section. Please review the modules and the activities after you received your mentee. Connect with a staff member or a program coordinator if you have any questions. Get ready for pairings. New pairings are done on Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that new pairing email. Once you're paired, please connect via phone email, or message through the champs within the first 24 hours so you can get that first meeting started. We want to hear from you. The more feedback we receive, the better the program becomes. After each module, you'll have a brief survey to complete and submit. Mentors will respond to the check-ins, survey, via emails, and completions of modules 1 through 8. So after each module, you'll have that check-in survey to complete. Mentees will have them via email to complete after Module 3. So make sure to remind the mentees in Module 3 to complete theirs. Once the pairings reach the end of their program, they're going to be able to have surveys that will be both for the mentor and mentee to complete and provide the feedback regarding their experiences related to this process. So make sure you remind them to complete that last survey as well. All right, I want to thank everyone for watching the Champs in Chronos technical training. Please remember to mark your plan and how you will be completing how you completed your orientation. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Evan Gray, who is the program coordinator, or myself, Michelle Reese, which I'm a program coordinator. You may also email us at champs@uagc.edu. Thank you again for attending the live orientation or the recorded orientation. Have a great day.